Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me here on the Cosmic Forecast. I'm Angela Blaha, and let's take a look at the week of August 7th through the 13th. Take a deep breath. It's an active week. So you really want to feel stable as we start this week, actually, as we move through the entire week. This is because the new Earth energies have moved through the galactic center as of 1:27 this morning. And the new foundation is really pulling you to it. So these foundational components are nothing like you have ever felt before. They are very stable and will provide so much safety for humanity, but our nervous systems are not really used to feeling safe and stable. So there might be an adjustment period here. Again, nothing like any experience, and your inner self is probably feeling it, and it might feel very like, thank goodness, or it might feel very, what's happening here? So, really do like work with your nervous system this week in particular, so that you can calm it down, so that you can reassure that it's safety, because now your knowledge, your wisdom, your mind knows what's happening. So the best advice that I could give you is to connect deeply with these foundational components and really settle into them for the new Earth. So what are the foundational components? Well, here are a few: non-duality, non-violence, 150% responsibility for every single individual. Wisdom, extreme wisdom, like intuitive wisdom, like the wisdom that comes from God kind of energy. And then creation, you being the creator. Creator doesn't exist outside of you, it exists inside of you. Right? These are big, big energies. These are big foundational components that were installed in the original blueprint and original code of humanity, but they got manipulated along the way. So we might feel comfortable with them, or we might feel like, ooh, I remember the manipulation. Okay, so what you can do is further dive into them, right? And ask yourself, how are you living these types of standards? Are you actually executing these foundational components in your life? And if you're not, where can you start to live accordingly? So if you have no concept of what these foundational components are, then you may experience a crisis in your consciousness, which means that you will most likely be having periods of who am I and what do I want and what am I doing here? If that happens, no fear. Just focus on the new foundational pieces and make a big plan to live by them. Like really, like if there's nonviolence is a part of your life, then where are you being violent towards maybe yourself through self-sabotage or criticism, or maybe you take action steps that totally go against what you really want in your life? That would be a violent, self-violent kind of component. And if you're doing that, then how can you change that, right? Like that's really what we're asking. That's what the cosmic field's asking you to do, is really be in hyper awareness. Responsibility. Are you 150% responsible for every action, every word, every thought, every emotion, everything in your life? And are you living accordingly? Are you in 100% control of your emotions? Are you in 100% control of your thoughts? If not, that's where you need to make a plan. There will also be most likely some really big revelations that pop into your awareness this week. So explore what they mean to you and what to do about them. Again, they will most likely be according to the foundational components for the new Earth, but how are you using them? If not, ask yourselves, what do they mean to me and what do I do about them? Ask your intuition, ask nature, ask your God self. Just like really dive into them. Do not let these revelations disappear without exploring them. This will only cause mental tension and pain for you. And I don't want any of us to have mental tension. There's a way to not have mental tension, right? That inner struggle between what you think is right, what the ego and the mind want to think is right, and what is intuitively right. So along with that, though, irritability will most likely show up as you dive deeper into realms of consciousness. So try to give yourself space. Use art, journaling, walking in nature. Anything that will move energy this week is a must. And I suggest you do it every day, maybe several times a day. The main focus this week is to connect and settle into these new earth energies, like really get comfortable with them, be patient, confident, and do as much self-exploration around the foundational components as possible. Be super honest with yourself and change what is needed to release any codes of manipulation, domination, and control from your energy, from who you are. These three energies will cause problems as you connect more and more into these new earth energies. These energies, these three components, will not be allowed in the new earth. Manipulation, domination, and control just will not be allowed, because we are moving into 13th dimension, not 5th dimension. In 13th dimensional energy, those three components are not allowed. Aren't you ready? I'm ready for that. Okay, so they're not allowed in, and if you are not doing the work to heal and release from them, then the universe will help you out in one way or another. It always does. So here is to your shifting consciousness. This is Angela signing off from the cosmos. Enjoy the week.